Question number 9, Steffan Browning.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister of Food Safety, what action, if any, is she taking in response to the recent Canterbury University study that found food safety risks from genetic engineering are not being considered adequately by regulatory bodies?
Honourable Nikki Kaye.
Mr. Speaker, I understand Food Safety Australia New Zealand is reviewing Professor Jack Heineman's study and will be publishing a response in due course. I intend to seek advice on that response once it is available.
Excellent.
Supplementary question, Steffan Browning.
Why is FSANZ not requiring specific testing for the health effects of foods that have new GE molecules to ensure that they are safe to eat?
Honourable Nikki Kaye.
Mr. Speaker, we have some very established processes in terms of FSANZ. I do note that it is standard practice for the Ministry of Primary Industries to review the Food Safety Australia New Zealand standards advice on GM applications. So the issue of testing, I'm very confident we've got some very established processes.
Supplementary question. Point
Mr.
of
Speaker,
order.
I seek leave to table this report that shows that new genetic engineered foods are not being adequately tested.
This is the report from the University of Canterbury?
It is. It's published in the most recent Environment International Journal.
And that's widely available to any member that wants it on
I'm
the
not sure that it is, actually. It's an academic journal.
I'm advised it's on the Canterbury University website.
Thank you. Supplementary, Mr. Speaker. Was FSANZ's chief scientist Paul Brent wrong when he told Radio New Zealand this morning that FSANZ does not require companies to test foods with double-strand RNA molecules to ensure that they are safe to eat?
Honourable Nikki Kaye.
Mr. Speaker, I just want to make a couple of comments about the study, and I will answer the question in terms of that Mr. Browning has asked. But I think it's very important that the member is really careful when he quotes particular studies. We get hundreds of those studies, and with regard to the testing,
Point of order.
Well,
I could get into dialogue on this too. That is not the actual answer to the question.
I think the way forward, because the Minister did say she'd answer the question, I'd actually appreciate hearing the question again, and then I'll ask the Minister to address it directly.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Was FSANZ's chief scientist Paul Brent wrong when he told Radio New Zealand this morning that FSANZ does not require companies to test foods with double-strand RNA molecules to ensure they are safe to eat?
Honourable Nikki Kaye.
Mr. Speaker, I very much doubt that he is wrong, but the point that I was trying to make to the member is we get hundreds of studies and we will be reviewing that study, but there has been significant criticism of that study, and I want to read out a couple of quotes about that study. It is disappointing that these authors continue to ignore the bulk of the scientific literature, but in this case they are even ignoring common sense.
Point of order, Steffan Browning.
As I said, Mr. Speaker, I could get into dialogue on the rights and wrongs of the different commentators on this as well, and I don't think that's...
The question's certainly been adequately addressed. If the member doesn't find the additional information of any use to him, that's his privilege. Further supplementary?
Further supplementary.
Steffan Browning.
Will she commit now to halting any further approvals and withdrawing any existing approvals of GE foods with these molecules until testing regimes have actually been developed to prove that they are safe?
Honourable Nikki Kaye.
Mr. Speaker, no, I can't guarantee that. There are several reasons. The first is we have a very established set of processes with FSANZ. The second is that with regard to the study that the member is actually referring to, that won't necessarily be applicable to another. The advice that I've had is it won't necessarily be applicable to another GE application. The third thing that I'd say is it is very standard practice for the Ministry of Primary Industries to review FSANZ advice on GM applications. So, I think we can have confidence in our systems.
Question number 10, Claire Curran.
Mr. Speaker,